Pisces, welcome back for your twin flame read. I did have to start again, so you may feel that you have to start something again. Now, those of you who are new, very warm welcome. Yes, I know this is a new channel, but some of you are coming over from my previous channel. So for those of you who don't know, yes, I do have two channels. One is YILDIZ readings. If you wish to go and have a look, the link is in the box. As well as if you're wanting a booking, the link is directly below. Click it and go through to the website. If you're having issues, do inbox me on the website. Generally, if you land on the page, scroll down a little bit, the booking page is there and it gives you all the help and the tools to be able to book. On both channels, I do come to you live. One focuses on astrology, your general reads as to what's happening in your family, your finances, as well as your romance house. Especially for those of you who may be deciding, no, you're not wanting to move on the twin flame path. It's still very important to know what your lessons are, because even if you are to move into a soulmate connection, what happens in being a twin flame is those lessons will come through energetically from other people, and that can be your family, your co-workers, love interests, partners. So you're not immune to growing, unfortunately. And I mean, all of us, yes, naturally do. And definitely moving into the age of Aquarius, yes, we are. Twin flames, however, a little bit faster. So if you are wanting the tools each month, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to create a toolbox each month. If I do have time, it'll be by zodiac sign. If I don't, I'll come to you live and I'll go through in each element and I'll describe what's going on, how we're going to be affected within the chakras with ascension, transformations, tools that we can actually use to move union forward, and what we can physically do to change the situation on our side. A lot of the paradigms are to really break down, especially in the second wave, it's very much connected to breaking down the paradigms inside of connections. Third wave is going to come into contact this year, I feel. The second wave is, however, it's like they've hit a snag. You're closer than you think, and a lot of the power is within your own hands. It's just about actually doing that work to a point that you can move that connection spiritually forward. You energetically looking at the read did get quite triggered around Christmas. Now, this is either in the format of excessive drinking, excessive eating, emotional, and this is on your side or your twins, because the energies can swap. It's very important to understand you have more power than you think, but your energy is believing not so. Your energy, to a degree, wants this 100%, but is also very frustrated by it because you're looking at it very 3D. When dealing with blocks, we need to deal with it, yes, at a 3D nature. When we're living in fair-based frequencies, we need to understand you can't lose your twin. While you're doing the work, that can never be lost. When you do come into duality, that's when you can spiritually decide you don't wish to be around each other, but energetically, you'll tend to be drawn back together until you've purged those frequencies. And then in alignment, you can choose to be with each other or move on to a soulmate. It's not to say you can't move on to a soulmate early. You can, but you do need to be mindful that during that time, all lessons very similar to within the twin flame journey will come through in your soulmate. So, because the lessons are for you, and the lessons are to get you to a point where you can ascend, transform, and become the best version of yourself. However, during the process, we don't directly feel that way. We feel like it's a mental asylum. Let's get into your read. Excess energy. Okay, this could have been excessive drinking, Christmas not going quite according to plan. As much as during you not working, it might be some of you aren't working. Might have been that you got a gift for your twin, but at the same time, I'm feeling it's as much finances are coming in, they're going out. And that's becoming problematic. It's like, but it's almost like this self-sabotage frequency. Now, if this isn't your side, this can be what's going on with your twin. But I do feel there's an aspect of mirroring going on. Their first card can be that they believe they're very headstrong and they're very independent. And this can be in a good vibration or a lower vibration. I do feel if they did have an energy with them, you're seeing you're both very strong-headed. You both might be looking at things from an emotional point of view, which is the feminine frequency. That's to say you tapped into your emotions. And what you'll find is when we're mirroring each other in that format, one needs to be of masculine, one needs to be of feminine. We both end up balancing both sides, but one energetically would need to be the masculine and feminine. Does that make sense? So it's sort of like you're both in the same frequency. You're both emotional. One may be feeling, and I feel this is for those of you who are having a lot of troubles with your twin and you're trying to get it off the ground. I'm feeling as though the way you're looking at it is, I'm here, you want me, no you don't. And it's this back and forward, but they're acting very cocky. And this could be past tense frequency, but at the same time, they actually have this deep need and desire for you. So it's very confusing. It's, for some of you, it may have been as soon as they're single, they're partnered up again, and it's just this merry-go-round of connections. You very much look at them. You have a very generous heart, but your innocence, you're feeling quite wounded and battered by it, but you really do see this person as marriage material. And some of you may be in a connection currently, and you're thinking, well, wow, you know, I kind of thought about taking a leap of faith, but this situation doesn't feel as grounded as it should be. I do feel, Pisces, you have several options. I do feel your twin has several options, but your energy is going towards each other. You did want to marry this person, okay, in your heart, when you weren't quite sure, but it was the destination. It was the feeling you wished for. They do get very jealous, okay? So, and again, I'll say the energies can switch. And it can be, even if they have a partner, they're getting jealous, okay? Even when they're single, they can be quite jealous. So we'll continue. You're really wanting to make a justice decision. You had wanted justice. You know, you'd wanted the balance. You want to make a decision, but you're not happy about the decision you feel spiritually going to have to make because you feel you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. You're trying to get grounded and you feel you've gone over this healing over and over and over again. And look, I remember last year when I was saying to myself, if I have to purge this same thing, I will go loco. Because you do tend to question, have I not worked at this energy yet? I'm sure I went over this energy. So why are we going over this old ground again? Was it something of a karmic nature we needed to learn? You're trying to very much have a strong, stern spine, but inside you are hurting. It may be that you feel you're selling yourself short. Again, I do feel this can be a time where, especially if you don't have as much money coming in, some of you might have purchased a ring, okay? And you may be thinking, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't know why that come through, but it'll be for one of you. It's this frustration. There can be some assets you're getting rid of to start fresh. But there's this energy you feel you're selling yourself short, yet you do love them. And you're thinking, do you need to put this energy to rest? The energy of the pain body, yes. But again, I'll give you the tools to have a look at that. You feel you put as much physical work in this situation as you physically can. But again, you're actually not surprised by this. And that's part of the problem. You know, when we are in that frequency of, is this going to happen again? We're actually attracting it. And it's really horrible to even feel remotely that somehow energetically we manifested it. Again, I will put this into the toolkit. Okay, so they're acting really independent. And I do feel if they were in a connection, they're not really in the connection. They do want you there. They might be saying, no, I want to be by myself. I don't want to be with anyone. And really energetically, it is probably best temporarily to let them have a bit of food for thought. That's what I'm hearing. Don't get scared by doing that. That's going to trigger their jealousy. And it may make them think of another person. But ultimately, if you don't cave, that will not be fulfilling because they didn't get what they wanted. Sounds horrible. And again, energies can swap. Might be what you're thinking about. You feel there's this push-pull within the connection through the journey. And it's been hard yards, hard innings, as they say. But they're telepathically connected in with you. And they remember how you used to be. But something within the journey has transformed both of you. 2018, I feel you both looked at each other differently. There was the reminiscing, but you both have spiritually transformed. In the past, they may have hurt you. And again, like I said, the energies can swap. But they're trying to bring something together again. It's like they're trying to reconcile everything in their mind, in pain body experience. They're also trying to make right in the smallest way they can. And it's not they have no intention to do more. Again, energies can swap. They're trying to finalize the situation emotionally. Even if they look stuck, they're not happy. So it's something that needs to happen in order to liberate them, if that makes sense. Now, you might come to a place this month where you feel, right, I'm ready, and something may come at left field. This will make you happy. But very shortly after, even if you're negotiating things, you're going to still have to really pace yourself, okay? When you get contact with twin, don't jump in 20 miles an hour. Again, I will explain it in the toolkit. The reason I'm saying that is because think back to the most needy person. That it's always, there will be a person that really likes you, yet you spiritually know through no harm or hate that they're not for you. And everything you say will not deter or stop them from contacting you. When you're with your twin, because you energetically can see the bigger picture, you feel this energy, you've had history with them, the old ground we tend to go over is, it was yesterday. And we really can't do that because especially if you're dealing with the runner. In pain body experience, it takes them time to feel their way into it. But again, you mustn't be manipulated to the point where you're sinking back into that same frequency. That's problematic because then you're keeping everything in the situation the same. There is hope, right? There is directly hope. But something needs to end. A way in which you're dealing with them, a way in which you're reacting, a way in which you're viewing the situation, in order to stop the manipulation. And that can be fair frequency, because manipulation does come from fair-based frequency. So if these situations come up each time you reconnect, or if you communicate, or your fair-based frequencies are coming up in that scenario, doing the work in that area means you can go into it a solid person energetically without the fair-based frequencies, without the aspect of the feeling you have to overgive, which is interesting because, you know, when it comes to your finance, if you're having trouble with finance, it's directly connected to heart chakra. So what then happens is your belief system in an aspect of manifestation, without you knowing it, is in order for me to attain money, I must work hard. When in theory, when you believe a vibration, you attract that vibration. So you, for instance, have a bill and it's due, right? And you can say, okay, this week I'm going to earn $500, $1,000, $20,000, but you want to earn 50. When you're looking at that, it may be that you've been off work for 4 weeks. You're thinking 2-3D. You need to understand that universe helps you by you knowing what you need, knowing what your worth is, and releasing it and moving forward. What happens is, as you do the breathing exercises and you release any fair-based frequencies, 9 times out of 10, universe will assist you. So it can be windfalls of cash coming in at left field. energetically you have more jobs coming to you. Situations come about to assist you. It takes practice, but it's a frequency that needs to dissolve, because that can be blocking your cash component. It can be at the moment the delay is because you're to address that dynamic prior to this balancing out. So it's almost like when twins away, deem it as a holiday and go, okay. And I know that sounds horrible, but it really is. It's an energetic holiday for spiritual growth. While they're away, any highlighted area, especially in a birth chart that comes up, is energetically for you to directly deal with. There's absolutely no harm doing the work, because the more you do that on yourself and you're grounded, you're safe, you're financially secure, you've raised your vibration, you're directly attracting your twin. But when you're in fear-based frequency, number one, the whole world falls down around you, because we're at that lower frequency and pain body experience. Our bills aren't getting paid. We emotionally feel we have no aspect of control, and we're spinning. So the sooner we can get ourselves grounded, the belief in ourselves returns and we're able to move forward. And we do tend to, it's like releasing it but believing it. It then does start moving towards you. But I'll enter it into the toolkit, all the things I'm seeing for you spiritually, and I'll see you mid-month. We do meet on the channel every second week, so a week after this video, by mid-month, I will see you. And during the month, if I have any psychic downloads connected to the twin flame path. Love and light.